I would say gray hair because of having hair.
Seniority.
Door's always there.
That's true.
Always helpful.
I never heard "it's not my job" out of his mouth.
Yes. I'm going to still miss that.
There's no question that he can't answer.
Yep.
That's what IBM's for.
I'm going to miss those emails in the middle of the night. I send an email out, and guess what? Jim always responds.
To the tune of Big Bad John.
Big.
Every day at the office, you could see him arrive. Stands about 5'9", weighs 175. Monocles for glasses and a little short on hair. But everybody knows that Jim will be there. Big Jim. Chorus.
Big Bad
Jim. Big Jim.
Big Bad Jim.
Big bad Jim. Okay, I get it.
Oh boy. Totally unrehearsed.
No, he really wants to leave.
Yeah, I know. And we're not done yet.
Are you guys lip
Now-
syncing?
Can't you hear the karaoke in the background? Now, nobody seems to know where Jim calls home. Just sits in his office, coding, alone. Not really rowdy and not really shy. Just your usual nerdy, techie kind of guy, Big Jim.
Big Jim. Big Jim. Big Jim. Big bad Jim.
Somebody said he came from IBM, where he worked with the best of those gifted men. With an artfully written deft piece of code, he caused a Windows machine to completely unload. Big Jim.
Big Jim. Big Jim. Big Jim.
4 to go.
Big bad Jim.
And came that day in the computer room proper, when the bottom fell out of the bit bucket hopper. Circuits were fried, those servers had crashed, and everybody thought they'd coded their last, said Jim.
Big Jim. Big Jim. Big bad Jim.
Through the silence, oh yeah, thank you. Through the silence and gloom of that powered down hell, walked a good giftless man the technicians knew well. Downing a dew, then lighting a smoke, Jim says to himself, "I'll not let these servers croak."
Big Jim. Big Jim. Big Jim. Big bad Jim.
And he began working with animated fervor. Then a technician cried out, "I see lights on the server." With a cool and a calm befitting an expert, he flipped on those breakers and yelled, "There, that's got it. Big Jim."
Big Jim.
You're getting it.
Big Jim. Big Jim. Big bad Jim.
He entered the breach and saved the day, to which we all shout a grateful hooray. Certainly true, we owe Jim his due, and from all of us, Jim, we'll certainly miss you.
Everybody join in.
Big Jim. Big Jim.
Big
Big Jim. Big Bad Jim.
Man, I'm good. The only difference is the one line of code that I'm really good at is power down system.
Richard and Jim were the two that rescued me from the night shift and gave me the opportunity to become an admin. And I really respect Jim as, well, a friend and a mentor. You know, when we could find a little bit of time, usually it was I had the question, and he had the answer, and I tried to remember it. And then I'd usually come back, say, a year later and ask the same question again. And it seemed like every time we had to do long hours, you know, the first thing you'd hear from Jim is go home. Take a day off. You know, you need some rest. And then I'd go home and I'd get some rest, and I'd wake up in the morning and there'd be emails at 11 o'clock and 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. where he's been answering the questions. And now I'm supposed to be the guy that's on call. So,
But you needed to sleep.
yeah. Raj and Sheldon with Campy here and Jenny and Reva, you know, we've all leaned on you a lot, and you know, we've all depended on you, and I'm gonna really miss you. Hope you have great success.
I think there's somebody else that wants to say something.
Uh-oh, there's more.
Before I came here, I can only say that we had two good managers.